Good morning, campers. We're going to do a love reading today, and we're going to do the same thing that we did yesterday. How you think they feel and what's going on versus what is actually going on. But for a different collective of feminines. I feel this collective is a little bit more. Yesterday was a little bit heavy energy. This collective, it's beautiful energy. I was hearing this song by Laura Pausini, I think her name is. I raise my hands and I surrender, 'cause your love is so strong and I can't go on without your tender arms around me. Sorry, I know I can't sing, but it's a beautiful song and very, very empowering. And there's this element of surrendering. I feel this collective, it's like you're trying to surrender to certain things. I'm sensing surrender to your gift. So maybe you're being activated. We'll tap into your energy in a moment. But you definitely underestimate yourself. There's the energy of underestimating yourself. You're a beautiful healer and a beautiful soul, and you're not seeing it yet. All right, let's see. What's the energy for this collective? What's the energy for this collective? What's the energy? It's like I knew it would come out. Love. You are in a very lovey energy right now. It doesn't matter whether you're connected in the physical, just saying, physical world to your person or not. You're in a love energy. It's like you're starting to really embody love, to believe in a power of love. Oh, I just heard that song. What's with me in the songs today? 'Cause I'm your lady. I love the song. Such a divine song. Isolation. Hold on. I had to drink some water. Isolation. So maybe you are isolating yourself a little bit. I am seeing this love bubble energy, but for yourself. It's like you're really trying to transition. That's the word. Transition from the energy of doubt, the energy of lack of belief, lack of trust, to really this understanding of love, what unconditional love is, what divine love is, through isolation, time for yourself, feeling of solitude, understanding solitude, understanding that we're never truly alone. What else? What else? We have abundance. So maybe you have been focusing on your abundance. Maybe you have been focusing on you, on self-growth, of building your abundance, stepping into this energy of abundance. You know, I always say this, everything starts from within, right? So in order to truly manifest things, and that's thing that people don't understand, in order to manifest things in an external world is just a projection. It's just an extension of our internal world. So you have to carry that vibration of abundance. So maybe that's something you've been working on, this collective. Let's do a few more. Anxiety. There it is. It couldn't be so good. Maybe there have been, because this is on top of your love, right? So maybe you are working through anxious attachment style. Again, you know, I do not like labels, but they help us to go through those shadows sometimes. But maybe you've been working through your anxieties. Maybe you've realized that you do have a lot of anxiety attached to love and to love connections. Maybe you've been analyzing, I'm hearing, your past situations with your person, how you actually reacted with anxiety. I'm also hearing accountability. So maybe this collective, which is a beautiful point of the journey, you're starting to switch a little bit from pointing fingers towards your masculine, because he's this and he's that, and his avoidant, and he's a runner, and whatever, he's wounded. You're focusing on your shortcomings. You're focusing on your woundings and your stoppers in love. Let's do two more. isolation, isolation, come on now. Death, beautiful, death and rebirth. You are going through a transition period. I think this collective, it's like you would be dwelling on the concept of loneliness, the concept of isolation, understanding how maybe you're starting to have thoughts, whereas in the past you would be like, no, separation, it doesn't need to happen. I don't want to be separated from my person. Maybe you're entering this frequency of understanding that in divine love, because it comes with a purpose, because it comes with our gifts, because it's very deep, very spiritual, it's very intense, it's a life purpose, and it's a life of service. You're starting to realize that that separation is needed, that those of us who were given the journey of really heal ourselves to the very depths of our souls, whether it's this lifetime or others, we have to embark on a journey of solitude and on a journey of truly being there for ourselves and understanding ourselves and healing ourselves on our own. Of course, we're never truly alone. It's done with assistance of our spiritual guides and our higher self and source and so on and so forth. But in the physical world, that isolation is needed in order to go through this transformation, to go through this death and rebirth. I think you're starting to understand. One more, and then we're gonna start with a proper reading. Proper, I mean like what you think is going on versus what's really going on. Whoop. And we have surrender. I rest my case. Thank you, Source. I raise my hands and I surrender. It's like, you know that you have been given this path because this is on this path. It doesn't matter where this is. It doesn't matter where you are in love. It doesn't matter what your person does. You're starting to realize that this journey is, love story is here, and it's a beautiful love story. But your purpose, your surrender, your abundance, your mission is here. You're surrendering to your path. You're surrendering to your highest, most abundant timeline. You're surrendering to the fact that what's meant for you won't pass you by if you surrender. And I always say this, 808 on a timer. I've done this video. If you've seen this video of mine, you would know what I'm talking about. That yes, we can screw it up. Yes, we can miss opportunities. Yes, we can not surrender. But the only thing we have to do is just to truly surrender. It's like, yes, universe, I know you know better. I know you know better what's good for me. I know you know better what lessons I need to learn. I know you know better what has to happen before my abundant timeline truly materializes in the physical world. I want to connect to this path. Thus, I surrender to this path. Beautiful energy. Disruption at the bottom of the deck. So there might still be some sort of a limiting beliefs. I don't think this collective, you're yet at the moment of true peace and true surrender, but you're going through this change of frequency, this transformation. All right. If that resonated, let's tap in. What do you think is going on? All right, hold on. I'm going to put this aside. What you think is going on in your situation, in your connection, and then we're going to do how you think they feel, and then we're going to confirm the truth. What this collective thinks is going on. We have third party as your opening card, so you definitely think that there is some third party interference between you and your person. I always say this, it doesn't necessarily have to be another person, but it can be some karmic connection, something got in the way of the two of us. What else? Whoop. Finality. Leave behind closures. Maybe this is why this transition of your energy that we tapped into in the beginning, maybe you think it's over. I just heard you haven't yet grasp the idea of detachment. So maybe you've heard this that on this journey you have to detach from your person, you have to accept the fact that you're never gonna be together. Some people say that. I don't think it's actually true. I think that what we need to as divine feminine, what we fully need to detach from is the outcome. So we need to detach from how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen. But when you sit in your divine feminine, that last stage before union, you truly have trust and belief. This is my person, we're going to be together, this is this lifetime, but I don't know when and I don't know how, and it doesn't matter. In the meantime, I'm focusing on my gift, right? There's longing at the bottom of the deck. I feel you're still long for this person, but it's like, that's what I'm hearing. You have to detach, so you're forcing yourself to kind of, there's interference right now. Maybe this person is with someone else. So you're trying to close the chapter. It just came to my mind. Maybe you're thinking that, there is this third party. So it doesn't matter if it's going to turn around or not. Right now, it's not going to happen. I have to focus on me. You would be having this feeling of closure. Let's go on. Confusion. Let's do two more. We have confusion. We have confusion. You have reunion. Oh my God. And you have neglected. That's your last one. What you think is going on. I think it's what I said. You are still a little bit unsure. I think this collective, you're trying to push yourself into certain mindsets, right? Because without you knowing, we do that subconsciously because we are in longing, right? So it's like, okay, if I have to detach, let's do this. Let's say this is over, it's closed, right? But it has to come naturally. That there are certain feelings and emotions that we cannot force on ourselves, right? If we still have a longing for this person, for our person, we cannot force ourselves confirmation to say and to think that it's over, right? It truly has to be, that closure has to come naturally from a place of heart and from a place of belief. And don't worry, you will get there, but I feel like you're still confused. So maybe there's a lot of third party interference. I keep going back to maybe your person is with someone, so that may be a detail for some of you, that you actually found out that your person, they went back to their karmic partner, or they're seeing someone. You feel like you've been neglected. It just came to my mind. So maybe you think that this person is giving so much more to someone else, whereas your connection that was so strong and so profound, they were not able to give you that. And why is that? It's like you feel neglected. But it's always like this. It's part of the journey. The masculine returns to karmic partners. It's there's no logic in this, because they don't feel they're worthy of us. They don't feel what we have is so profound, is so deep, is so beautiful, that until the moment they truly feel that they're worthy of that kind of beautiful, pure, unconditional love and forever connection that transcends through lifetimes, they're going to go back to what subconsciously they think that they deserve. So it doesn't seem like it's logical. Why are they giving more attention to this random person that is treating them like shit? Whereas I'm here waiting with my beautiful open heart, and they're ignoring this. But it's part of the journey. It's what they have to work through, and on our end, it's what we have to work through. For us, again, I always say this is just self-love. And for them, it's paying karmic debts, is learning through burning themselves. The damn, I deserve more. So you would feel it's not going to happen now. You would feel there's this sense of finality, but I feel like you want to push it a little bit, because in the end, I feel this collective, you do trust on some level in a reunion, that a reunion would one day happen, but it's just this feeling of not now and satisfied. This is underneath this third party. Inseparable. Maybe you're thinking that, maybe you're now at this moment unworthy. Confirmation of what I said about self-worth. Maybe you're in this moment when you're thinking that divine journey is actually not for you to have your love story and to have your reunion. Maybe you're thinking, yes, we're inseparable because we're one soul separated into two bodies. We're forever connected through red threads. We will never energetically be separated. I just have to learn to live with this, because this person is choosing something else. This person is choosing this third party. So our relationship in the physical has to end. I feel there's something with this collective that you feel that it might never happen in the physical. Yes, you want it. I think you're still confused how you're supposed to feel, how this detachment is supposed to look like. I feel you've accepted the fact that you have unconditional love towards this person, that in the spiritual realm, you're always connected. You will always be inseparable. You will always love each other. But it's like you want to wish them well, because right now you already entered this frequency of self-love. So you're already not willing to accept what they're offering and not willing to be that second option. It's like in the physical, you want to close this. Let's do two more. We have space and we have damage. Damage is on top of that reunion. Space and isolation is a strong energy here, because we had that in the first spread as well. We have daydreaming at the bottom of the deck, a new chapter. I feel like this collective, you want to start a new chapter. You want to close, whether that finality energy, right, overall, or just in the physical. It's like you want to focus on you, and you want to focus on the 5D level of this love. Like you want to have a new chapter with no suffering, right? And maybe you're thinking that, this person is for you to only have them in your dreams and never have that in the physical. You would be analyzing as well the reunions that you guys had. So it's like every person this person came back, they would cause damage. And I was trying to offer them something so beautiful. Are they too damaged to ever accept this in this lifetime? Maybe this is why they return to third party. Maybe this is why they keep going back to this life that I know doesn't give them happiness. Maybe the fact that we're inseparated, it's just supposed to exist in the 5D through red threads. Maybe this is, I feel like this collective, you're really confused and you're contemplating on what is the true meaning of divine love. Are twins supposed to always rise into their divine energy and get back into union? My universal truth, I'm being guided to share this with you, is that that's always the plan. If we planned in specific lifetime to meet our twin and to awaken, and we start to walk the journey, right? And you're walking the journey already because you're watching this reading, right? If this truly resonates, make sure it resonates. If we're walking the journey, if we're rising into our divine feminine, if we're becoming this high priestess, right? If we're getting activated, we follow our path, we follow our gift. Yes, I believe that we always plan through this journey of activation to get into union. But there are two elements of the equation, right? There's the masculine as well. There may be unexpected interference. So in the end, you never know. This is the part of the journey. This is the part of life. Yes, we have a plan. Yes, we plan this highest, most abundant timeline. But then we drop into the actual physical game of life and things happen. So my universal truth is, yes, if you're walking the path of the journey, you're actively going through those activations and you're on a journey of divine feminine, sooner or later it will happen. But I think I'm sensing a bit of an energy of despair. It's like you really want to close this in the 3D. You want to stay connected to this person forever. You're my inseparable. You're my forever. I believe we may have this reunion, but every time you reunite in the 3D, there's damage. Every time I feel alone. Every time you go back to your third party, you go back to life that doesn't give you happiness, and you neglect everything that I'm trying to offer you. It's time for me to close this. You would want to close this collective in the 3D. You want to stay connected and nourish and embrace your connection and your love in the 5D through red threads, but you would really want to close this in the 3D. Like, I don't want to, I'm hearing like, I don't want to have hopes anymore. I want this person to remain in my daydreams, and I want to start a new chapter of peace. All right, let's hold on. Let's see, let's ask how you think they feel, because we were asking now what you think is going on. So let's ask how you think they feel about you, and then we're going to tap into what's really going on and see where's your intuition at. How you think they feel about you and this connection. High Priestess. Queen of Swords. Two more. Four of Cups. And the Magician. I think you, this is how you think they feel, right? So you would feel that they do acknowledge the depths of this connection, that they do feel that you have a subconscious bond, spiritual bond that is not to be broken. I think you feel that in their heart they would, that it's like this connection is their wish upon the stars. They wish come true, right? That it's something that they dream about, and that's something that they would want. But in the same time, I feel you now think that they're not gonna take any action. I think you would think that they don't have enough perseverance and enough strength to embark on a journey of true healing. Maybe you've been on too many cycles. Maybe you've been on too many failed reunions. There's been too much pain, so many opportunities, and it's like you're not seeing the growth in the physical, right? They still presenting in this very cold energy, very I don't care energy. I don't really want to put any effort. It's like this, it's like also this separation. It's like in their heart, it's like, yes, I want to be with you. I want to make this happen. But then in the actual physical world, you don't see any tangible action. You don't see any intention on their end to take any tangible action. I think you would also feel that they're not seeing, it's like, yes, it's like their wish upon the stars, but they don't seeing the true value of this connection, you would feel, right? So it's like, yes, it's special, we have a bond, we have this chemistry, but I don't think you think that they think that they don't see it for what it is. It's like you see this connection now as a precious gift, as something that people spend their lifetime looking. And here you are, you found it, and this person is just not seeing, not appreciating it. Because I don't think you think that they want to put any actual effort in to change their life. But you would feel that they have love for you, that they feel that this is Six of Swords. Whoop. Ace of Wands. actually nice energy. Hold on. It's like I keep thinking that they're flipping. It's a sign in itself. So maybe you got stuck in that loop of keep thinking that things are going to change, keep thinking that they're going to switch, that something's going to happen, and it's been so long that it's like you're no longer two of coins. And Two of Swords. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I think this collective, you think your person feels something very strong towards you, that they recognize the bond, they recognize the connection. It's been too long for them not to see it, right? The connection is there, and they see that. I think you realize, I think you think they know you're part of that wish come true. You're part of that abundant timeline, right? That they have a lot of passion for you. But I think that you see the separation, right? The emotion is there, the passion is there, but there's no actual strength and courage in them to take action. And a specific thing came to my mind because with the masculines, it's often about the courage. And yesterday I was watching a finale of The Mentalist. I think it's season 6 when they get together, right? And there's this beautiful scene that they're sitting, like he's sitting on a couch, and there's another man. And that other man says, it's just, I lacked the courage. I didn't have the courage to take action, and I lost her, and I lost her forever. And that's the moment like he's tearing up, and he's realizing like, damn, it's the lack of the courage. I was too afraid, because this is his story. Because he was hurt, because he was, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but maybe it's relevant. Because he went through so much pain and loss, now he meets this woman that he loves her so much, and he has unconditional love towards her. He wants her to be happy. So he thinks, I'm going to screw her life, or I'm going to be with her and then I'm going to lose her. But in reality, he doesn't realize that it's fear. It's fear. It's the shadow. He doesn't have the courage to act like a true man, to act like a divine masculine. And that moment, it's like he tears up, and he gets up from that couch, and he's like, I need to get to the airport. Where's the car? Give me a car, right? And he runs towards her. But I think at this moment, maybe you're someone who like, you love those grand gestures, and you would dream your person to finally, like realize that and get the courage and run back to you. But I feel at this moment, it's like you would feel the feeling is there. They know it's special. They know you're connected. You are their wish come true. Maybe they've mentioned this to you even. You are my wish come true. But there's too much things going on in their life right now. There's too much interference. There's too much third party. There's too much blockages. There's too many crossroads. Too much chaos, and not enough willingness in them to take an action. It's like you see the emotion is there, but you're not seeing that they have the courage and the willingness to make a change, to change their life, to change themselves, to make the arrangements, right? To start doing the work. That's what you're not seeing. So I think this collective, you want to park this. You want to be like, yes, it's there. It's going to always be there in 5D. We're always going to be connected, but this needs to end in 3D, because I am just on like this hamster wheel kind of loop. Enough is enough. I don't even want to have hopes. This is how you would be feeling this collective. Let's step in then what is actually going on. So let's start from what's actually going on. We're going to do the same oracles that we did, and we're going to compare that with what you think was going on. So let's see what's actually going on, and then we're going to do how they actually feel about you. All right. What's actually going on in this connection? What's actually going on? What's actually going on? Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. I keep seeing this scene from from The Mentalist. Oh, women. And you know what? There was this scene because he actually chases her to the airport, and he gets to that plane, right? And he starts like screaming, I love you, I was afraid, I was a fool, I will always love you, I want to be with you, I don't want you to go. And then they take him away. Obviously security takes him away, and she says to this lady next to her, I'm so sorry, this is so embarrassing. And this lady looks at her, it's like, girl, what you're talking about, this is every woman's dream. It is every woman's dream. We love grand gestures. We love when you just like have the courage to scream from the top of the effing mountain, I've been a fool. All right, one more. And I'll tell you what I have, because I have a beautiful energy. That's why I started tearing up. Yes. Yes. I knew this. I knew this. This is your last card. This feminine, you're actually starting to detach. You know this is what you're supposed to do. This is why I was feeling this confusion. You know this is what you're supposed to do. You don't necessarily understand yet how to fully do this, how this happens, how this is supposed to look like. So you just want to end this chapter in the physical with this person. I don't want to wait anymore. I don't want to hope anymore. They're not doing anything tangible. This is where you truly start to detach. And this is where the magic will be able to start happen. Because I always say this, when the feminine detaches, it's when we cross the bridge. When we truly start to detach, the journey is always there. But it's no longer crying ourselves to sleep. It's no longer longing that we feel on a level of physical pain. It's no longer not being able to focus on anything else. We get out of this constant pain, right? And we start to attach to our divine feminine power, right? We're detaching from this person. We're connecting fully, stepping into our divine power. And this is when slowly, not like this, but this is when slowly the masculine will have the energetical frequency coming from us through red threads to start doing the conscious work. He has been denying that conscious work. This is why you're upset. But it's because you have been attached to him all this time. You have been feeding him energy in the physical and in the spiritual realm. We have self-love. We have irreplaceable. We have hope. And we have new chapter. So what is actually going on? This is your first row. It is truly beautiful. What is actually going on? What you feel like it's a closure. It's actually you detaching from this person. Understanding that there's greater things that your love story. That you cannot hold your life waiting for something that may or may not happen. That you have to connect to your purpose. That yes, the feeling is irreplaceable. Yes, hope should always be there, but they should sit in this energy always of self-love, of detachment, of new chapter, right? It's like I will always have hope because our connection is irreplaceable, but I love myself enough to start this new chapter. I love myself enough to have the courage, just like the masculine needs to have the courage one day to come back to his feminine. We have to have the courage to start a chapter without them, accepting that God knows better. It might or it might not happen. Let's do another row. What's actually going on? I am so hungry, and I don't know why I was just guided to tell this to you guys. Maybe you're hungry. We have the chaser. I think you're still in a little bit of longing and a little bit of chasing. It's like you're trying to power through. You're trying to give yourself love. You're trying to force yourself to close this in the physical. Unworthy. Again, that's the card that was here and there. What you think and what's actually going on. So there's still this feeling of unworthiness, that it's still one of your biggest blockages. And we have unappreciated at the bottom of the deck. This is why he's still escaping. He's still intimidated by the strength of your love, by the strength of your connection. We have disagreements. I think we have elusive. That's on top of that new chapter. One more. And we have hopeless. Hope and hopeless. I think you are a little bit hopeless, this collective. It's like, you have to focus on you. This is this moment when it's like, we know the theory, right? There's nothing I could say to you that you wouldn't say, oh yeah, I know this, but now how do I do this? How the hell do I do this? I know I have to detach. I know I have to let go. I know I have to put myself first. I know I have to put my journey first, but how do I do this? I keep hearing this, how do I do this? How detachment looks like. So maybe someone said to you, or you read somewhere that you have to detach from your person, but you don't know how to do this, and you're a little bit hopeless, right? So you're trying to just close this chapter in the 3D. I feel whether you know it or not, this collective, you are tricking yourself a little bit, right? It's this fake it until you make it kind of energy. You don't yet know how to truly be this, so you want to force yourself into your energy and tell yourself, no, I don't care, I don't want anything, it's not going to happen, right? So maybe you are saying to yourself that twins don't come into union and it's not going to happen in this lifetime, and the purpose of this journey was just for me to awaken and step into my divine power and be activated to my gifts and become a high priestess. But it doesn't have to happen. It's like you go from lack of hope and to hope. It's like your intuition, it's like this fight, right? It's like your mind knows that yeah, it's gonna happen, but your body doesn't know how to truly embody this energy of let go, because you're still energetically chasing. It's like you're trying to love yourself, put yourself first, but there's those disagreements. It's like internal disagreements. How do I do this? But the energy is beautiful. There's self-love, there's hope, you are embarking on a new chapter. It's just you don't know what this chapter is truly about yet. So you would be feeling a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit confused. I'm not actually a fan of this fake it until you make it, right? I think any kind of tricks, that's the word, when we trick ourselves, tricks, what? Any kind of deception is not a good energy. We should never lie to anyone nor to ourselves, right? So if you're not ready to let go, just say yourself, I'm not ready to let go. I know I'm supposed to let go. I know I'm supposed to detach, but at this point of time, I'm trying to follow the guidance. Maybe you have a reader, maybe that's your sign to start getting a reader or a healer. And I try to work with, mentors. And I always say this, if you truly dedicated to this journey, you shouldn't be just watching collectives and overall guidance. There's a lot of nonsense out there as well. You should get your own healer. Whoever you feel gravitated towards, get your own reader, get your own healer to guide you through this journey. Someone who's been there, right? And will be able to explain to you how detachment should actually look like. But I think that any kind of deception energy is not good. So sometimes we want to progress on this journey and it's like, okay, I know I have to detach, so I'm going to force myself to detach. No, I don't want this man. But you crave him still. Do you know what I mean? I think we should always be honest with ourselves and accept ourselves for where we are without pressuring ourselves. So I'm not detached yet. I still feel the longing. I still want to run to him. I still cannot detach fully in 3D, and it's okay. I know you want to speed this process up. I know I've been there, but it has to come naturally. That feeling of, I love you. I know it's what I said. Remember, I love you. I know this is the lifetime, but whether it's going to be 2 years or 5 or 10, how and when it's going to happen, it's none of my concern. Source knows better, and you know better, because in the end, I always say this, divine feminine, our role is to sit in stillness sit in contemplation and meditation, connect to the void, connect to the divine, really connect to our higher priestess within, that crow woman, right? What comes in 3D? It's a role of a masculine. So there's a moment you surrender, and energetically through red threads, you say to your person, my love, I love you. And I trust you. I trust in your guidance. I trust that you'll be ready when you'll be ready, and that you will find that courage within that moment that I described to you. There's a reason my mind went to this movie. When he sits down and he's just, I have been a coward. There's this moment in the masculine of realization. No, it wasn't third party. No, it was, yes, of course, it's divine timing and things have to happen. But in the end, they realize I've been a coward. I have to find the courage to now run back to my feminine. And it's not on you to decide when that's going to happen. And that's part of our journey. How does this person really feel about you? Let's tap into that energy. How does this masculine feel about the feminine watching? Three of Pentacles. So it's like the first card confirming that you're a little bit off. You're a little bit off. When it comes to the situation, I think you're right. It's just you're trying to trick yourself. You're not getting it completely right. It's like this fake it until you make it. But the energy is not that different. We have Page of Cups. We have Five of Swords. You're not the only one lying to yourself. One more. Hanged Man. You're not entirely wrong, right? So how do they feel about you? This is your first row. With that Three of Coins, it's like because you thought that they don't want to put in the effort, right? I don't think it's necessarily truth. I think they know effort needs to be put in. I think they're well aware that a lot of healing would need to happen in order for you to have a relationship, a tangible relationship. They know this card in the specific deck, it talks about connection through red threads, right? So I think they know you're connected. You're always connected and forever connected. There's not a doubt in this person that you are not, I always say this, one of these things is not like the others. You are the only one in this world that has this connection with him, and he knows this. But there's a lot of healing, and there's a lot of inner child wounds that would need to be healed. A lot of work, inner work, self-work that would need to happen in order for this person to come forward. And on one hand, it's like they know this and they realize that. But on the other hand, they're now in this very defeated energy. You think that they don't know that work needs to be done, and they don't want to make an effort. And I think that they want to make an effort, but they don't see how. They're in such wounded energy, such defeated energy. When it's like this emotion of shame, right? When you feel defeated, exposed, you feel like the world is seeing all your shortcomings and is judging you. It's like I'm seeing someone in this energy, like you're on a stage spotlight, completely naked, and everyone is just pointing fingers towards your shortcomings, towards your mistakes, towards, it's just really the shame wound, the lack mentality, the humiliation, and they don't know how to get out of this. They don't feel any near feeling worthy of the love that the two of you could have and the love that you could offer. That's why it's like they're stuck. They know that work needs to be done. It's not that they don't want to do the work, but they don't know how. They don't know how. Judgment. What? I think you're shifting together, right? Because you're going through energetical shift. So it's like you're shifting together as you are starting to really know that you have to detach and you want to make an effort to detach. They're starting to awaken to the fact that this journey is a journey of self-love, that this journey is journey of self-reflection and self-work. It's like they're realizing that you've been put on their journey to show them certain things and to trigger certain things that they have to change and that they have to work on. There is an energetical upgrade going on within them right now, but they don't know how. They're in despair. Very low vibrational energy, very justice. I keep hearing shame. Queen of Wands. This is how they see you. I just heard. It's like, how could this be my match? They see you as this very fierce, very boss lady, very passionate, very I just did maybe a detail for some of you. I just saw someone like dancing, so maybe you do some sort of a feminine kind of dance. Maybe you are a dancer. Again, detail for some of you, but they see you as just this embodiment of female energy. Of they don't realize that you still sit a little bit in your masculine, but it's like this truly divine feminine emerging from the pits of fire. I don't know why I just heard that, but it's like this sensual, this, maybe you would dance for this person in the past. A detail for some of you, it just came to my mind. And it's like just this, how could I be worthy of this? How could I? It's like they still have this image. They have you on a pedestal. They still have this image of you, and they think that you don't know who they are, that you don't see them for their shadows, that you idealize them. That's why you're doing all the chasing. But they thinking that if she knew who I am, it's just this exposure, it's just this shame. They know that everything that could happen on a shallow level happened. If you are to move forward, you would need to see them in the spotlight with their shadows. What they don't realize is that I think this collective, you already know. I mean, we never know completely, right? But we connect to the soul of our divine, that we feel their shadows. We know what they're dealing with. We might not know the 3D story behind their shadows, but we know their pains, we know their shames, their guilts, their traumas, we know their griefs. We know they're the other half of our soul. How could we not know? And we love them for those shadows, and for their lights and for their shadows. High Priestess. I think that's also this energy that he thinks that you know. And he's starting to be afraid of that. That's also what's causing this pause, right? It's like his mind is saying to him that he can remain in the shadows, right? Because he doesn't want you to see for who he is, because he has a very low self-esteem, and the vision of himself is on a very low level. But in the same time, he senses that you are this high priestess, that you are very intuitive, that you are connected to his subconscious mind. And that's why he doesn't want to move on with this relationship, because he feels like, I'm exposed with this woman. She sees me for who I am, and I don't want her to see me, because I don't think she's going to like what she sees, because I don't like what I see. He doesn't like himself. He doesn't like his shadows. It's like he knows that's something he needs to work on right now, right? I'm going to say this one more time, but he doesn't know how. And because he doesn't know how, he doesn't see a way forward, because he sees you like this sensual, this high priestess, this amazing kind of woman energy. And it's natural that it's just coming to my mind. Men, they don't want to appear weak in our eyes. They want us to see them as masculines, as men, as the protector, as the provider, right? What they don't realize is that balance needs to happen, right? So in a balanced relationship, yes, a man has to have confidence. He has to be the protector, the provider, the leader in the 3D world, the one that guides us through the 3D world, right? And we have to see him, yes, we have to see him as strong, because we have to have confidence in his actions to truly drop into our feminine. But in the same time, when he has that, he has the courage, he has the strength of the masculine, right? He allows us, it's like this cycle. He allows us to drop into a feminine, fully connect to the void, and create this safe space for him where he can be vulnerable, when we can see him in the spotlight for all his light and for all his shadows. But because this masculine is still overwhelmed by his shadows and by his shame, and the shame of the person that he is and the shame of the things that he did, he's not ready for you to see that, because there's no balance. He's guided by his shadows. He needs to reach that moment when he fully when he integrates his shadows. He realizes that, I always say this, we separate the shadow, we heal, we give it love, we give it care, we give it understanding, we integrate it back into our psyche, and it's always there, but we're running the show. The shadow is actually helping us just to magnify the light when it's fully processed and integrated, but this masculine is just not yet there. Okay, but the feeling is there. All right, I want to do a little guidance. Let me grab another deck. Hold on. Because we have some time, I want to do a little guidance. What is it that you need to do, feminine, to truly detach? How to help you to detach and not sit and just fake it until you make it. Be honest with yourself. We're going to do a few oracles, and we're going to do some tarot. What is it that this feminine needs to do? One, two, one more. I was seeing dolphins when I opened the channel. That's why I said that you're a beautiful healer, because the dolphins represent healers. It's just you're not believing in yourself. You're not believing in your power. I feel you have to focus on you, on your gifts, on your accept things for what they are. We have bliss. May you feel deeply and transcend. We have hope. May the horizons always sustain you. I feel they wanting you to hold on to hope. You're letting go of hope. That's not how detachment looks like. You don't detach from this person. You cannot. You detach from the outcome, from how and when, because you know universe knows better. But you have hope always, because this is your person, and you're not going to accept them for who they are now, because they're sitting in their shadows. But in their divine power, whenever they're ready to rise into their divine masculine, you will always have hope that they will one day rise into their divine power, just like you are rising into yours, and you'll be able to get into union. We have play. This is the dolphin energy. May you seek out for fun and connection and compassion. May you tend to the suffering. I'm strongly feeling this collective. You have to focus on your gift right now. It's like for a long time you wanted to rescue this person, then maybe you wanted to rescue yourself. Focus on your gift. I feel that this collective, you're either already activated to your gift, or you are being activated. So whatever that is, if you're starting to hear things, see things, you're being guided towards starting to read maybe energy, tarot, be a healer, be a shaman, be a Reiki, read palms, whatever is it that you're guided towards, it is your mission, it is your gift that we're supposed to discover. That's the only meaning of life. Discover and give it freely to others. Focus on helping others. Focus on tapping into your energy of healer, right? That's what will also help you detach from this journey. Don't just think about you and your person and your journey when it's going to focus on you. Thanks to this person, I am who I am, right? I have been given the bliss of life. I have hope in the back of my head, but now it's time for me to live my purpose, to be healer, to have compassion towards others. it's also why sometimes, you know, why the journey is so long, why the separation is, because this is a life of service, especially those of us on a divine journey that are activated as healers, as readers, energy, whatever that is. We have to go through every emotion, every experience to truly be able to tap into our compassion, to help others. Because we go through everything in a couple of years, emotionally, energetically, and we tap into past lifetimes that we've been through it all. Maybe that's also something that you should do in order to understand every emotion on every level, to be able to help those that deal with one of those things that we had to deal with. Do you know what I mean? That mission. Page of Swords, learning. I think you're on the verge of your learning path, right? Lunar eclipse, we have 3 months. Lunar eclipse, next 3 months will be significant. We have 5 of coins, rejections, loss, change, this energy of sadness, this energy of, I just saw La Llorona, and the King of Cups. They wanting you to mature emotionally. They wanting you to have a different different outlook and different energy when it comes. It's like you feel you're losing this person because you have to detach, and that feeling of loss comes with detachment, right? And you want to close this in the 3D, but they trying you to teach you to let go. This is how we ever get what we are meant to have in life. We let go. This is how we do healing. This is how we do Reiki. This is how we, everything manifest, right? You know, you have that feeling that in you that you know this is yours. And you let it go, because the only work you can truly do is the inner work. The rest is in the hands of universe. They're really wanting you to let go with peace and not let go with sadness. So let go of this person, because you're only letting go temporary. If you truly, you have to have hope in the red threads, in divine timing, in divine plan. Let go in the physical. This person is always connected to you. You are one soul. How can they not? They're always with you. Heal yourself, focus on yourself, focus on your gift, focus on your emotional maturity to be able, that's how you're going to be able to help that person. There's something that I feel you're still not seeing. You're still a little bit blocked to what they're trying to show you. I really feel this collective, you are on that stage of being activated. So focus on that. What is it that I'm guided towards? What are they guiding me towards learning about, finding out about? Again, is it reading? Is it tarot? Is it shamanism? Is it healing? Whatever that is, go towards that. With hope, with confidence, with playfulness. You have to believe in your magic. This is that moment when you truly separate from this person energetically, you let them go and you believe in your magic, that this journey all along, it was about you. It wasn't about love. It wasn't about this person. It wasn't about returning to each other. It was you returning to yourself, to your gifts, to this life, that thanks to them and all the pain they have activated. So whatever you feel the next 3 months, whatever you feel that gift is, how you feel and identify as a healer, focus on that and learn about that. I hope this was helpful. I love you so incredibly much. You are a beacon of light and a beautiful healer.